Hello everyone, Brownie here. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. Uh, this video is a bit different. Instead of focusing on gameplay, I'm going to be showing off a retro handheld. This is part of a little series that I'm wanting to try doing, just for fun, that I'm calling Brownie's Treasure Spotlight, where I just show off some stuff, game-related stuff that I like. It could be an actual video game, like in the previous video that I did, where I showed off the game Night Quest, or it could be showing off a retro handheld, and maybe even something like a controller or something. So, this right here is the Miyoo A30, and I have another one right here. It's a different color. This one's my mom's, this one's mine. Now, I'm not very good about the specs, and honestly, I'm not worried about the specs right here, okay? All I really care about is just showing off something that I have, that I've collected, that I enjoy, and talking about the things about it that I like. So, one of the first things that I like about these, they're cheap, but also still pretty good little devices for playing some old games. And also, I do really like the colors. I think there were more than just these two colors. It's been a while. So I can't remember for sure, but either way, even just these two colors are really nice. This black and white one right here, and I do like the two red buttons that they got right here. And this more retro looking one that's sort of like a red and gold. Well, it's kind of more like a maroon. It looks red in certain. It's just a little bit like red, maroon, brownish red color. Honestly, this was the first one I looked at, but it matches my mom's aesthetic a bit more and the type of stuff that she likes, so she got this one. Let me put it to the side right there. When you get this device, it comes in these cases that are pretty good little sturdy cases. And also I like this little pixel thing. I guess that's the Miyoo symbol, and Miyoo A30. It says it right on the case. Has this cute little charm right here. As a part of it, it's attached to the zipper. And also a spot where you can attach your own charm if you want. I got this right here. My mom has something on hers. We actually attached these charms to make sure that we didn't get them mixed up. Inside the case, you have the little booklet, little instructions manual, obviously. And you have this USB-C to audio jack adapter. This is the stock one. This is the one that comes with the device. And this is the only way that you'd be able to actually listen to the sounds on this with headphones. You'd have to use this right here. Well, at least if you're using bad grip, sorry. At least if you're using a audio jack type, the more common type. Which is a little bit of a problem in my opinion. Like, I don't like that about my phone, where you have to use this adapter thing to be able to actually use headphones that have a plug, or you have to go and buy a special set of headphones. So that is something I don't like. And also, this right here, it doesn't really go in good. It's a stock one, and yeah, it doesn't go in good. And even if you get it in, what I've found is that these don't really work. So you would have to buy a different one. I don't know why I still have it in here, but I guess like a constant reminder I need one. It does also come with a charging cord. This type of charging cord, USB-C. They don't really go in too good, so it's better to just go with a different brand, like some different cords that you have, like ones that come with your phone. So those are a little bit like downsides. You do have to buy some other stuff. But honestly, the fact that these are really cheap, like 30, 40 bucks, for a retro handheld, pretty cheap. And you can also find them on good deals in places like AliExpress. And this case is just really nice. So, still a good deal, even though you have to buy some of the other stuff. Also, the stock card, where is it? I know it's in here. Slid down. Stock card is this thing, a no-name 64 gigabyte SD card. Very prone to failure. Switch to a different one. We got some SD cards in here that are actually properly named. Put that back in. And just throw this in here. Still probably maybe a good idea to actually keep the stock card. Probably has some stuff on it that could be useful if you want. I kind of just threw mine away. My mom apparently kept hers, because that's her case. Anyway, moving on from all that. The feel and look of these. Like I said, they look really nice, and they feel really nice. Now, my hands aren't the biggest hands, so this fits my hands really well. The screen is kind of small, but it's not that bad. It's actually pretty comfortable for me. It's been really comfortable for me while I've been sitting on the couch healing from tooth surgery. And again, my hands fit really well, and you got these buttons right here. It does just feel really good, at least for me and my small hands. Now, if you have bigger hands, it might be a bit more difficult. Right here you see the analog stick, which I haven't really had a need to use, but it's nice that it's there, I guess. It's on this device, it looks good, but I personally don't think I'll end up using it because of the types of games that I focus on playing on this. Mostly old Game Boy Color games. And a few other types, as you'll see. So, right here you got the D-pad. Now, D-pad, it does feel really nice, but I have noticed that sometimes when I'm moving the characters around in the game, the D-pad sometimes gives the wrong input. So that's a little problem that I have with it, but it still works really well and it feels comfortable. It's easy to press. These are on the top are also easy to press. Oh, right here you have the volume buttons. There's the home button, which you use to, go to the home menu and switch around the games and stuff. The power button is right there. And there's the charging lights. You got the sound right here. The sound's actually pretty good, in my opinion, even without headphones. Even though I would prefer being able to use headphones with this. Can't use Bluetooth on it as far as I can tell. Anyway, got the A, B, X, Y buttons, which this is what they sound like. They actually feel really nice to press. Got the select and start buttons, which are almost invisible, and also maybe it's just me, but I keep feeling like the start button should be up here and the select button should be on the bottom. I like the look of these buttons too. Anyway, let's turn it on. And this is one thing that's a little annoying about this device. It does take a few seconds to turn on. You have to hold that down for a bit. Now, I have Miyoo installed on on my Miyoo right here. So it's like very simple to do it like this, just so you can see. This is a very simple OS. I did have one called Spruce on here, but for some reason it glitched really bad and I lost all my saves. It just did not work. I had issues with it. Maybe the version that I installed was messed up or something. I don't know. There's actually more game consoles available on this than is shown here. The only reason you're seeing only these is because these are the only ones that I have games installed for. Now let me show off a game. Just go to my recently played list. There you can see Night Quest, which I've been playing. Let's just click on Kirby's Dream Land. You see, the screen looks pretty nice in my opinion. Like the way it looks, it's bright enough. Although it was actually really dim when I first flashed MIUI onto it, and I had to figure out how to adjust how it looked. Trying to remember how I did it. It was while I was still taking a lot more medication. Like, I'm still taking medication because I'm still recovering, but like I was in a more out of it state. So I don't entirely remember how was I adjusted the screen light. Hang on a minute. Ah, here it is. Hold down the home button, and I think it was... Oh yeah, you hold down the home button, and then you mess with the volume buttons, and that adjusts the screen brightness. Yeah, that was it. So let's go back into Kirby's Dream Land, and just... You hear how it sounds. Again, it sounds pretty good in my opinion. Though I would still prefer to be able to use headphones with it. And yeah, right here, just Kirby's Dream Land. I'm not really gonna like do much serious play. I'm also having to play by looking at the screen on my phone, so it's a bit more awkward. But yeah, it plays really well. It does really well with the Game Boy games, from what I can tell. Now, I haven't played very many games on this so far. I've mostly just played Game Boy and not really much else, actually. But you can play other games. I think it can go up even to PS1, though personally I wouldn't really play PS1 games on this system. It just feels better suited to the old handhelds like Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Even though I do have other systems on here, just because I had plenty of space on the card. So yeah, Miyoo A30. Oh, something else. At least with MIUI, this goes off really easy just by holding that down for a little bit. And I've gotten plenty of battery life out of it while playing Game Boy games. Lasts for several hours. This has been an amazing little device for me while I've been recovering. It's comfortable to hold, at least for my hands. Again, your hands, if they're bigger, you might have a bit more issue. I will say that is a potential problem. But if you don't have too many issues with holding smaller devices like this, I think it's actually a fun little device. It's cheap, and also you can easily, thanks to this case, just put it in, close it, and put it in your pocket if you're lucky and have pants with pockets, really good pockets, or you can throw it in a backpack, purse, whatever. It's pretty good, small size, with a lot of power. It's just fun. It's a nice little device. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention. Technically, you can slide it through this. Right here. I know I just did it right here to show it off, but I don't actually like doing that because I have a hard time getting it out. Because if you pull it the other way, it ends up hooking on that. And if you pull it this way, it's just hard to grab hold of at times. But yeah, Miyoo A30. One of my little retro handheld treasures. And it's a lot of fun for just classic handheld games. And I realize this video maybe sounds all over the place. Again, maybe I should have scripted. Ow. Okay, I might keep that in. Just because. Yeah, maybe I'll keep it in, or maybe I'll edit it out. We'll see. I hit my hand on the desk. That's what happened. But anyway, Miyoo A30. Nice little treasure. Realize this video is different and all over the place because I just don't like scripting. I probably do need to try practicing scripting. I'll probably say that a lot and still never do it. It's just really hard to focus on something like that. Especially since I do better with the camera rolling, thinking of what to say. Yeah. Miyoo A30. So, Anyway, hope you enjoyed, despite how all over the place and scattered I sounded. Um, and if you're interested in getting one of these, you can find them for good prices on places like um, AliExpress and stuff. This video isn't sponsored. I'm just showing off a game system that I like. That's all. Um, but yeah. Hope you have a good day, and Brownie signing out.